Another big story that we are tracking on WION, where the defense ministers of NATO will be meeting virtually for the very first time under Joe Biden's presidency. The summit on Wednesday and Thursday will be focusing on the situation that is unfolding in Afghanistan. And NATO's chief, Jens Stoltenberg, has made the alliance's position pretty clear. The troops will not leave unless, as he puts it, the time is right. Now, this is in contradiction to the peace deal that was signed between the Taliban and the United States. Remember, the peace deal had set a deadline for the month of May for the Americans, the last of the American troops, to leave Afghanistan. That had been Donald Trump's stated position. He had signed a deal which also ensured that there would be a roadmap to get all American soldiers out. But that may not happen. NATO may not be on board with that plan. Listen in.
The Taliban must reduce violence, negotiate in good faith, and live up to their commitment to stop cooperating with international terrorist groups. Our common goal is clear. Afghanistan should never again serve as a haven for terrorists to attack our homelands. So our presence is conditions-based. While no ally wants to stay in Afghanistan longer than necessary, we will not leave before the time is right.
Meanwhile, Joe Biden is said to be reviewing the peace deal that was signed by his predecessor. The Pentagon has said that the violence in Afghanistan is simply way too high for the Americans to exit. But halting the troop drawdown may actually elicit a strong response from the Taliban. At the same time, sticking to the current timetable will be a bit of a defeat, a moral defeat. Taliban will no doubt claim victory, and with no American boots on the ground, there will be no deterrence, is the argument that is being put forth by NATO. There is no evidence to suggest that the Taliban are sticking to the terms of the peace deal. They've been blamed for the recent attacks against members of the civil society, plus several reports indicate that they continue to retain ties with the Al-Qaeda. The Taliban is solely focused on the troop withdrawal. On Tuesday, it released a statement addressing the American public. The statement called on the United States to honor the peace deal that was signed in Doha. It further said that the drawdown of the troops is the best way to end the war. A rapid American exit could, of course, bring about a certain level of destability in the region, considering that the Taliban already controls almost about 70% of the country. Most NATO members share this concern. They feel that the Taliban peace deal is half-baked and will reverse the gains that have been made in the last 2 decades of fighting in the war-torn nation. Germany has openly backed the extension of Western operations in Afghanistan. Berlin's annual mandate is set to expire in the month of March, and Foreign Minister Heiko Maas wants the Parliament, the German Parliament, to be ready for any scenario, including an extension of having German troops stationed in Afghanistan.